Check, 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 check. Right. Nice. Okay, cool. Morning, boys. We just finished our Maven podcast. Lot going on in the markets today. We can we can look at it. Negative 500. That's fine. Right. That's how swing trading goes. We are very heavily situated in metals. We had de-risked, of course, right? But looking at this, we're looking at gold right now. I do need to update the stats. They're not quite right. I can only do about a 30-minute stream today, so we're gonna do a short one here. What's up, MD Sniper? Gamer friendly. Gotcha. Okay, cool. When we're looking at this, you can see pretty obvious that it's not actually that big of a deal when you're looking at the higher time. If you were day trading, right, you'd be like, holy fuck, this is going down, right? I mean, not really, right? Just look at the daily and weekly, right? What we want to see is we want to see it close somewhere around here. It'd be nice if it closed at even higher. The oil's winning, yeah, super well. Unfortunately, we never picked up a shitload of oil. We only did a small little bit of oil, but yeah. With gold, essentially it just came back down to our break-even point. So it's like the trade is still running. The current trade I'd like to be in now is I just redrew, like, this was the original trade, right? We didn't quite hit the target I wanted, so unfortunately it just dodged us. We would have gotten out if I had placed a exit there, but we were manually going to exit, and so kind of left some money on the table and whatnot. But that's a shame. Things happen, right? Right now, this is basically the setup, right? Our trade entry is here, right? As long as the daily ends bullishly, which it should, if it's sitting around this area, right, then it's going to continue up, right? Like this today doesn't really matter. There was no news that changed anything, like database news. There's literally nothing that caused this except, hey, this is a sell-off from the all-time highs. That's all that is, right? So what we're looking at here still is fundamentally gold is still super bullish, right? Technically, there's no change yet. We haven't lost a single thing. We're still very bullish. So there's no reason to be a bear here, right? Literally, people are just buying off that weekly level, which is what we did weeks ago, right? So we're still chilling. We had closed out half of our trade already earlier. If it does go down, this is more or less where I'd want to get out, right? I want to see it not lose this structure by the end of the day. Okay. What's going on with the YouTube viewers? There's no way there's only one. It's a bug or something. Why don't I like Solana? Doesn't do anything, dude. It offers you scam tokens, basically.
Took buys and YM at using the daily time frame.
I perfectly buy Solana, but the issue with Solana is it's a terrible chart, right? Like, you have to be a fucking buffoon to be buying this right now, right? I can make it super clear for you. I can give you 2 reasons why only an idiot would be buying Solana here. Okay. I mean, if you already have Solana, sure, go ahead and keep holding it. I don't have any beef with somebody who wants to invest in this long term. But as a trader, a long term swing trader, right? This is retarded, right? Monthly levels are all lost, right? It's probably continuing lower. It could come up, right? It could come up, but it's probably continuing lower, right? And then the issue is, okay, if you're day trading, you're an absolute idiot to be long on this, right? But if you're long-term trading, like the only option here is you just bounce off this level. But most likely, you're just going to reject off all of this, right? You've just lost all of that, still completely untested, all in that zone. So there's a lot of resistance right there, okay? And then I can give you another proof that Solana is retarded is if you want to hold crypto, your first thing you should be holding is Bitcoin, okay? So because it's the lowest risk crypto asset, okay? But if you want to branch out into altcoins, that's because you're willing to take more risk in order for more reward. So your trade should not be Solana versus the US dollar. It should be Solana versus Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's the first thing you're going to want to hold. And guess what? Also a terrible chart. Trending down, right? Lost all this level. You could be buying here, right? If you want, this would be your first level of support, right? Or deeper, okay? So if you want to buy Solana, you're probably looking at like another freaking 50% drop, okay? If you're willing to hold a 50% drop, then that's fine. But Solana is a terrible buy, right? So if the day ends bearish, we're looking for a bearish outcome heading into the new day. I mean, on gold, probably, right? Like, what you want to see is a bounce off, right? And ultimately, like tomorrow is NFP, right? I believe tomorrow is NFP. They've changed NFP stuff around. So you've got non-farm, right? Estimated change in the number of employed people, right? During the previous month. And then Friday, you've got the actual, right? So the next couple days are going to be pretty busy with unemployment rate. So these are going to be really, and then unemployment claims, right? So these things are really going to move the market. So it's kind of like that's going to give us a good indication of where gold's going to be going. But right now, looks like it's just a sell-off to fake people out. There was no news that caused it. It's literally just the tops. They didn't even hit the tops, right? So I think they're just trying to flush things, and then it's going to come back up. Hopefully, we see a nice daily close, and then it'll continue up perfectly tomorrow. But I'll have to tune in later, tomorrow, I suppose, and tell you what's going to happen. But ultimately, I suppose you're going to see the news all released tomorrow before I jump on stream, so you're going to have to manage for yourself. But I'm just telling you what's going to happen, right? You want to see a rally off this. You want to see it gain, right? Or fail to lose the levels, right? And a lot of you might be saying, hey, you're down $500-$600. No, I'm not. I'm up 800, right? Like your perspective on things is fucking would be wild in this industry, right? Like a lot of people panic on days like this. I'm actually up 800. I was up 1400 or 1300, whatever it is, right? And this is just a retracement. Like you have to be able to hold, and even your balance, right? Like even your actual balance. So this would be equity based, right? Even your actual balance doesn't really matter, right? Who cares? Because there's just retracements. Some trades cause you to lose money, okay? That's it. That's how it works, right? So you have to know that, and then know and prepare that, hey, I'm not emotionally attached to the money in any sort of sense. You you know, when I sat down this morning and I was like, it was like down $800 or something, right? Because it was when gold was lower, right? I was like, at first, I was like, oh, I should close this. That was my first thought. And then I looked at it and I was like, should I close this? Right? And I looked around. I was like, no, there's no reason to close this yet. I'm going to wait. That's it. And I was like, oh, shoot, down $800. It kind of sucked for a second. And then you realize that it's a number on a screen and it's meaningless. Okay? That's what trading should be in order to trade profitably. You sent a chart in Discord. Let's look at it. Yeah. So every day I look at the charts in Discord. Let's see here. You can go here and we can look at these. Okay. So you say we pushed the last level daily closed, but I'm just going to look at the chart. Actually, I'm better at just looking at the chart. So Ethereum. So you gained this, right? Yeah, so then you lost the level, okay? So this is good. You gained it, and then, so this was all fake out, so you lost the level, right? So what do you do is it's going to, your stop is going to be above here, right? And then, yeah, as it comes back up, right, you get entries on the retest, whatever these levels are, right? It doesn't really matter where you entered in here. You could have just entered immediately too. And then it should go down here. Should go halfway there. So let's look at what Ethereum did. So this was at Ethereum on, I don't see your, a 1 hour. 1 hour time frame. There you go. You see, you're dead on right there. So this was your trade, right? Ethereum. And all you have to do is target this. Right? Right there-ish, right? And you would have already taken your profit. And then what happens next doesn't matter. So, yeah, so can you explain your strategy in live market? Yeah, I just did, I suppose. It's failures to gain, regains, and gains. If you close beyond something or you close back within something, you'll go to the next level. What is the next level? The next level is the legs in which are attached to the level you just gained. Okay, so in this case, this is the level, right? You regained it. So where do you go? You go to the next move, right? Actually, here was a level, right? So they went to this first, okay? So that's where they went, right? And then you can branch this out. You probably be like, oh, then on the 4 hour, they lost the level, right? So you can see where is it going to go to the level down. Do you see this? Do you understand how that works? The 4 hour then lost the level. You came in, you would have had a second trade on the 4 hour now too. You see how everything's a fractal, and that's why it caused it to go deeper. It wasn't anything to do with the 1 hour that caused it to go down here. You already hit your 1 hour target. The 4 hour is what made it go down here, okay? The 4 hour caused it to go to this low because you just lost that level on the 4 hour, so you must go to the level, the next level in the leg, okay? Can you recommend best ways to learn trading? Watch this stream. It is the #1 best way possible in the world. I can guarantee that for certainty. I am the only trader in the world that will teach you actual real things for free. With and you can be absolutely certain that I know all of the things that work because I run a prop firm with hundreds of thousands of traders. I know everything that works. I know everything that works, dude. And I've been doing this for 13, 14 years. There is pretty much nobody in the, like, let's give you a situation of people in the world that know more than I do about trading. Okay. Potentially brokers who have been in the industry for like 20 years, okay? People have been running brokerages for like 20 years and trading for like 20 years, okay? Those people will know more than me, okay? How many of, and let's say how many brokerages are there where people have been doing this for 20 years? I don't know, maybe 1,000 people in the world, okay? Of that 1,000 people, how many people teach trading? Well, I don't know, maybe 10 of them. Right? And then of those 10, right, like 1%, right? Maybe 1% of them teach something because why would they teach? They're already running a brokerage for 20 years, okay? Why would they teach? It'd be retarded for them to teach. Why am I doing this? Who knows, right? And then of those 10, how many of them are actually profitable traders who have found a system that they can do themselves, right? I don't know. Me. That's it. I'm the only person in the world that does this. I'm not even like, this isn't even like a floating my own boat sort of thing. This is quite literally, I'm the only person in the world that can do this, that can possibly do this. I just joined the late live. Is it too late? No, I'm not doing a super long live. Usually we do like an hour and a half. I'm only gonna do like another 10 minutes and then I gotta get going. I gotta run up island. Here's the thing, dudes. I don't fucking spend any money on myself. And it's time for me to fix my Jeep. My Jeep I've been driving my car dangerously for the past two years because the axle is bent and it wobbles when it drives. So I'm going to go buy a new axle and then install it. That's my day. I spend no fucking money on myself, dude. They make money from teaching. Yeah, a lot of guys who teach make money from teaching. I don't. I make nothing from doing this. How much of your income comes from?
You have nice wooden seat, Har.
How much of your income comes from trading versus your prop firm? Of the money I live off of, 100% of it comes off of my salary. I don't live off of trading in the slightest. And I don't recommend you do either. Because it makes you a worse trader. I'm just being completely honest. I know the truth of all of these things. It will make me a worse trader if I went full-time trading. Right? I would make less money. So I would prefer to just grow capital and then retire. I'll retire later when I have, like, I currently do have a lot of money, but it's sitting in investments that I don't trade. Okay. What's wrong with making money from teaching? It incentivizes marketing rather than actually proper education. So there is a conflict of interest. Yeah. Yeah, the Jeep has a nice wooden seat now. The Jeep is absolutely destroyed, dude.
How does YM looks on the daily time
let's
frame?
let's look at the NASDAQ first of all. So we told you the NASDAQ was going to be coming down, right? It does seem rallying off that level right there. Let's look at the weekly. Right now, I'm not super keen on getting in on the NASDAQ too much. Just because we told you it was going to dump, right? I want to wait for the NASDAQ to collapse here, right? Like, to me, this looks poo-poo. Poo-poo, boys. I think it's going to collapse like 10% more, right? So I'd like to chill out, right? Give her one of these guys, right? Like I think it's similar, sort of what was happening back here, right? Where we lost a level. It's going to come down, retest some shit. Ultimately, it needs to here's a good thing you can learn. This is really important. Okay, pay attention. This is really important. Do you see this all-time high? Okay, and then do you see the move that brought you to that all-time high? Now look at where I'm drawing these boxes. Okay, Do you see how after they gained this level, they came back and retested it? They did it again, right? And then here, they retested the origin of the move that made the all-time high. Do you see that? That's a really important level still, okay? So if you were to extrapolate on the same thing, what is the same zone, right, that we could come back down to and still buy off of, right? This is the move that brought us to the all-time high, way down here, okay? Now, arguably, you could say that it's this, right? So this is kind of the level you'd probably be wanting to buy because this is a really deep level. Arguably, you could say that that was the level before the all-time high because it's a different sort of shape, right? It's got like it gained again. So, you know, potentially you could be like, hey, this is kind of the zone that you want to buy in. But these are the two major levels on this chart right now. Okay. Everything else is kind of meaningless on the NASDAQ. And if you want to look at YM, somebody asked about YM. Let's just look at a similar sort of thing, right? So you can see, hey, what happened when we brought that all-time high again, right? I'm going to draw it here, okay? Look at this. When we came to the all-time high, look. They came back down and retested that level, right? Arguably, this was the level, right? Because that's the move up, right? So that maybe they went lower, okay? Sometimes they don't do it perfectly, okay? But you can see retest, you know. And so what would be the case for the YM is you have this level here, right? Going to your all-time high. So this is the zone you kind of need to hold, right? In order for us to not go into a fucking catastrophic bear market, okay? That's what you need to hold in that zone. What time frame we're looking at? Monthly. Or you can do the weekly, I suppose. Can you swing trade with prop firms? Yes. Just use your options for swing trading with prop firms is either use low risk so that you don't hit your daily drawdown. Find a prop firm that allows easier swing trading. Like Maven, for example, allows swaps. So I would advise a prop firm that doesn't have any swap fees because or allows swing trading that's like easier or something, right? Lower fees because swap is a good way that you'll just not be able to swing trade at all. That's why we got rid of swap. Is one, it's for Islamic traders can't religiously use swap. And then also I think it's retarded. I think swap is an absolute scam. So we got rid of it. It's for, so swing traders can actually trade because swing trading is the way to make money. Day trading is not a good way to make money. Swing trading is. Swing trading makes a shitload of money. Day trading does not. So yeah, find a prop firm first of all that allows something easier, right? And then use low risk.
NQ weekly close is above this level.
And then use low risk, or close the trade each day, and then go into drawdown some days. Simple. But isn't good if NQ closes above the 412? Like, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like personally, you might be looking at this, right? NQ right now is just ranging. You might be looking at this, right? Hey, NQ failed to lose, right? Good. And then it'll come up, right? I don't like this chart right now. Fundamentally, I'm not a fan of the economy, right? So I'm in metals. I'm like all in metals right now, boys. Like you can see, I lost a lot of money on that pullback, right? Because everything's in metals basically right now, right? By the way, U.S. oil is fucking ripping, and I wish I put 3 times as much, but we knew this was going to happen. I made a video about this on Sunday night. I told you buy U.S. oil, And we bought a bit. Wasn't sure how much it needed, but it ripped up. Right? Same. All these metals will rip up too. What can I call you, senpai? Any comprehensive tutorial on trend progression outside of Sumer's mentorship? Just listen to me, dude. Don't pay for mentorships. Honestly, here's my promise to you, okay? And then I'll probably get going. I'll do a giveaway here too. Here's my promise to you. I will teach you everything you need to know. I've been doing this for a very long time. If there's specific things you need to learn that you think will help you, I will teach them to you on live stream, right? But mostly we're going to be focused on trend progression and the dumb money concepts, okay? Because those are the things that work for sure. And then also fundamentals and swing trading. But I can also teach you everything else, okay? And then when you do make money from dumb money concepts and trend progression, from what I teach you, instead of you paying thousands of dollars for other people's courses, go ahead and donate me 20. Like the guy did last week when he made a bunch of money from shit I've been saying, and now he's fucking ripping in cash. And he's like, here you go, here's $20. There you go. It's a mentorship that is free, and you only pay if you make money. And you don't even have to pay. You could just lie. You could just not do that. I don't care, dude. I don't care. I don't. But if you want to pay it forward, go ahead and send me $20 when you make money. I don't care. Maven spread is good on gold. Yes, it is. You're the best. Thank you, bro. Thank you, brother. What's good? One piece of advice on psychology. Don't mean to interrupt you though. One piece of psychology advice. Let's come up with one on the spot. Got it. Okay, one on the spot. One piece of psychology spot advice here. We're doing spot trading advice. Okay, psychology. Boom. Whatever. I'm insane. I don't know if that made any sense. The more you attach to trying to control, the more suffering you will receive. Now, everything psychology related, in my mind, is either psychotherapy or Buddhism sort of stuff, right? In my mind, or traditional therapy or like this meditative sort of shit. That's what I attribute psychology to, and that's what's useful. So my advice here is the more you attach to trying to control things, the more suffering you will receive. The more suffering you receive, the more you will then try to control things further. And then you will go into a cycle of pain, suffering, and trying to take control. When you let go of what's happening and you just flow with the market, Chinese have a saying called Wu Wei, you'll more easily be able to adapt and balance your emotions and trade effectively, okay? Look into Wu Wei. Now, Bitcoin, I thought it would dump harder today, honestly. They did take the sell-off off of that level that we were saying yesterday. I sold some Bitcoin yesterday. I actually sold some Bitcoin so that I could go buy this this axle for my car. It's like $2,000, bro. You lost your account today. Shame, bro. I love you too, Bruno. Hunter, I'm requesting my first payout with Maven. One day I want to work with Maven. I'm from Canada as well. Sweet, dude. Requesting next week. Right on. Yeah, you'll get paid within the hour once you request. It's instant payouts, basically. Where are you from in Canada? I live on Vancouver Island. I've actually met up with a few fans. I've met Trader Main. If you know Trader Main, I know him. we're not very close, but I've hung out with him before. I've met a couple fans from Alberta, one on the island here. I ran into some people just like randomly. And then I have some friends in Vancouver too that are traders that found me as well. Can Maven add other platforms? There's no need, bro. Other than learning for you for free, what else do you recommend for beginner? Like books, YouTube, videos? Yeah, so for me, first of all, watch the streams too, because you're going to get more in-depth knowledge, right? You're going to be able to ask specific questions, right? And if you're watching, I see you're watching on Instagram, you should be jumping over to YouTube and watching on YouTube. It'll be a better platform you watch off of. But books, bro, books are good. Everyone recommends Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone, and then he's got another one, Disciplined Trader. It's basically the same book, so he could make more money. I've read both of them. I've also read Market Wizards. They're good, okay? They're good, but the thing for trading is what you want to be reading is about your mind, philosophy, psychology, these theory crafting things. Those are more important, honestly. And then also, I would practice meditation. I would meditate every single day, at least 10 minutes. Okay. Every single day. I do like it depends on the day, but like maybe 30 minutes to an hour every day. And it's one of the most beneficial, I think, things I do for trading. What's your thought on order flow? Okay. So order flow is just watching like orders come in. It doesn't really give you any competitive advantage unless you're able to decipher that in some extra way. It's the same thing as like, hey, it's like asking me what's your thought on price action, right? Like the price moves and then I can do something with that information, okay? Order flow is you can see the orders coming in, okay? And then I can do something with that information. Right? It's like order flow itself is not useful, but determining how to quantify that information can be useful. Okay. So you're just asking something silly. Like, what do you think about price action? That's how the price moves, right? What do you think about order flow? It's how orders get placed. That's what I think of it, right? It's just data. It's just another source of data. Okay. And it's a level 2 data, right? Like that's what they say. It's a level 2 because it's not the price, it's what creates the price. So it's the level behind it. Okay. So you could be justifying it as, hey, I have faster data than everyone else. You don't. It's not, you don't, everyone has access to that. But you could find a strategy that allows you to make money off of it, sure, right? You're just using the data better, maybe. What am I trading right now? Mostly metals, bro. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. That's all I got for today. I'm gonna do a giveaway and then we're gonna rip off. You can win the giveaway if you're watching on YouTube. Okay. We're gonna spin the wheel. And the wheel doesn't pop up on wait 1 second. Spin wheel. Okay, wait. I wonder if I can. Here we go. Spin the wheel. Pull this forward. There you go. 5K 2-step. Okay. Okay. In chat, just type in wheel. Let's go. If you're watching on YouTube, you can win. Yeah, bro. The stream was short today, so you could rewatch it if you want. Like honestly, I broke down what's gonna happen on all this shit here at the start of the stream. Hopefully gold bounces up, but If not, we'll be prepared to get out later. I'm not too fussed by it yet. We'll watch it throughout the day as I'm driving up island, okay? Okay. Chat going nuts, bro. That's wild. Okay, 5K two-step from Maven. Maven Trading. Nico Pro Rider. Congrats. Open up a ticket with Maven in order to claim your 5K two-step account, okay? Maven's, you can go to Maven's website, okay? Guys, thanks for watching. Thank you for all your insights. The fact that you take the time to do these videos. You're welcome. Champagne Barbie. Champagne Barbie? I think that's what that is. Okay. Right on, guys. I'll check you later.